figure of some strange animal. Something tells me those are Bergren's missing hunters. I don't suppose you three know an Oseram and Song's edge called Bergren.
Boys, that con artist sent an errand girl to collect what's owed to him.
I'm nobody's errand girl. Bergren asked me to help harvest parts. Or would you rather keep trying to sell him broken?
Broken junk.
This pack will be on the move soon. No time to argue. If she's offering to help, we should accept it.
Fine. We're about to take down these machines. If you're so eager to help...
Shoot my shield again. They're scanning for me.
Got a couple arrows for him. All right, Outlander. You want to talk about our deal with Bergren?
That's done. You three are pretty...
Thanks, I guess. Not that we needed your help. We are doing just fine without you.
That's not the way Bergren tells it. He says you tried to settle up with him using a shattered Thunderjaw heart.
What? That's an exaggeration. It was only broken in two.
Urkai, we don't have time for this. Come on, boys, back to the hunt. We still need 2 more of Bergren's components.
What's the rush?
We want out of these lands as soon as possible. That's all you need to know.
Why are you leaving the cut?
Well, we could go back to Banor. Let Undercut slit our throats.
By the blue light, Urkai. Why don't you just write our story in the snow for any passing hunter to read? We had a dispute with the chieftain of our old Werak. We thought someone else should have been in charge. He disagreed.
It seemed like a good time to move on. So, we are traveling to the Sundom.
From here to the Sundom. It's a long trip.
Seems worth it. Sometimes survival is about knowing when to leave and where to go.
Yeah, and in this case, survival means us getting as far away as we can from Ban-Or. We've seen enough red snow.
What's the plan once you get there? What will survival be about then?
Look, all that matters is that we get there. And to do that, we need shards. So if you'll excuse us.
So this Thunderjaw heart you brought Bergren,
Let me ask you this, all right? Why would it matter that the heart was broken into two pieces? Can't you just stick it back together?
Of course you can't just stick it back together.
I just meant...
Oh, I bet that scam artist Arsarim could. He just wants to send us on another stupid errand.
Oh, he's not so bad. I like Bergrand.
Like him, Tulamat, he sent us out in the snow to nearly die under the feet of a Thunderjaw. And
Boys, shut up! Ugh! Every time someone brings up that stupid heart.
I've got the Scorcher Claw Bergren was asking for. That only leaves the Stalker Sinew and the Snap Maw Fang.
You should hold on to it. You're coming along to the next hunt after all, aren't you?
I suppose somebody's gotta keep you three out of trouble.
Fine. I guess you'll have to tag along then. But don't start thinking you're one of us. The Bloody Snowdrifts aren't accepting new hunters.
bloody snowdrifts? That's what you want to call our Werak?
Yeah, it's not great to tie.
Oh, it's not like your names are any better. We're headed northwest, to the ruins near Hollow Hall. We'll be waiting.
Trail? Maybe I can trade this blue-green.
We could all use that.
Long Notch is well stocked, as you asked.
And
But our perp...
Stay prepared, should we not return. If our chieftain agrees with his course.
Sounds like good advice, but let's...
Chieftain?
The weight of command is...
I can see that.
Why should I? This is what she wanted. To return to Thunder's drum. It is... So I should have known she would find a way to push aside my speed. After the Karja took my sister, not all of her came back.
What happened to Araya?
As a shaman, she's adept with machines. Tracking. The Karja used her to capture them for the Sun Ring. Where they were, they made her part of their blood sport.
She survived.
She endured. Endured by reminding her.
Tell me what happened to the first expedition.
Rhea led the way to the summit. But it was blocked. We tried to break through. But it was I made the call to push back. I had hoped to never...
What do you think is beyond that door?
I do not know. That expanse of metal, that dead hum. Nothing's sacred. Machines and death. That's what the mountain holds.
And if we do,
Then perhaps we should put it...
for what it's worth, I'm glad you're coming with me.
Someone has to keep Araya safe.
They say a rock breaker swings through the snow in Europe. We'll get to the bottom.
You're Aloy, right? My pop... Bergund, I mean, told me you might be heading up... Hey, that spear is really something.
I've made a change or two.
I wish these Banuk agreed with you. I can't seem to sell scrap to a Glentalk around here. Everyone wants boring old bows and spears. I like the more unusual stuff. And the Banuk can get unusual. Like that spear Aratak hauls around. An ice... Ooh, or that weapon of Araya's. What I wouldn't give to poke around inside one of... Or inside of anything, really. Last commission I had was a...
You think you could improve Aratak's spear?
I've never seen a weapon that couldn't be improved by Oseram Craft. You know, I tried to ask him if I could hold her once. Even offered...
How'd that go?
How do you think? He just grunted and kept walking.
So, let's say someone you know happened to have a weapon like Araya's.
You don't.
See for yourself.
Of course. Look at the... So the coils generate the spark. I won't lie. She's beautiful. What we need is a Stormbird Talon. Lightning flows over them like... And I know where one is. Hunt it with me?
You're sure you can fix...
You bet.
So your last project...
Not at all. I did my best work about a month ago. This guy Olgrid, awesome like me and Pop. Think about the way a bellowback spits streams of fire from its throat, right?
And you...
Yep. That was my forge fire. I show up, and there he is with a crew of damn bandits. And of course, I dropped the weapon and ran. Didn't look... Joke's on Olgrid, though.
Wait, so the weapon he...
Oh no, she works. It's just, if I'd had a little more...
So you want to hunt a Stormbird?
That's right. But one roosts back near Freeheap. How about a break from... What? People expect you to hike for miles, hunt huge machines?
Mostly.
Not me.
Have you ever heard the music of Deep Tune?
Outlander, it would be my honor to speak. I've heard of you, Huntress. Each of the many...
You shouldn't believe everything you hear.
That I know. My song, that's why I'm here. For another. They call it the Claws Beneath. Its defeat would have given my... I used to travel between Banur, but you... Out hunting Aratak. Leading your own Werak.
You want...
Not just for me, no.
You want me to hunt in your place?
Well, perhaps it should be, but no. I confess. For any other machine, I would die as I have lived. But too many good lives have been lost to the Claws. Better to live in a world without the Claws.
Sounds like you've got a reputation.
To be Banuk is to push your body to its limits. I found my limit. Fearsome machines needed killing. And even now, my name carries such weight that when the claws...
Do you still have the same faith in yourself that you're...
Perhaps I did. Before I held my bow in shaking hands. Noticed for the... What a strange thing it is to be old. To stare backward.
This machine, the claws...
Some songs.
You've hunted this...
Must have been 20 winters past. We were so
We?
Me and my friend. Every few years, the claws would emerge in a new location. My friend became the third.
This
So,
you...
must have...
We?
Me. Every few... My friend...
This is obviously important to you.
I am no longer a match for the claws beneath. If I ever was. The Banuk blood in my veins screams at me to take on the... And dead men. See,
All right, Umnak.
I've no doubt the whispers...
Believed in it.
Kinda missed all this red dust. Well, there's our Stormbird. When you're ready, I'll follow up and boom.
said she could improve the Stormslinger with us. Got that part you need.
Perfect.
Here it is.
Let's do it. I haven't had this much fun in ages. Watch and learn, Aloy. Only don't stare directly at the sparks. Okay, so I pretty much had to break her in half. But what's a staff? A stick. One thing I like about sticks, you can put them back together however you want.
Which you did. This thing looks a whole lot more dangerous.
She's better than dangerous. She's a genuine Varja special now. Take good care of her.
What you did to that Stormslinger?
Hey, it's nothing. I just...
If I find anything...
You better.
Let's see what this blue gleam is worth. I'd have to... Something else behind.
Ursus Americanus, the magnificent American black bear. Brought to you by Montana Recreations.
That fur. Never even felt the cold, did you? If you hadn't preserved it, would anyone even know you took a keep it?
No space. I hate to
Oh, Yes.
Aloy.
When the old world still breathed, a great man built when the totem was placed.
There are 7 pedestals.
I found this one in the wilds. Remembered the indentations in the pedestals here, but as you say, it's one of 7, isn't it?
What do you think of the...
The cut may have forgotten you, little ones, but I will not.
You said...
Indeed. The great Montana Recreation. His voice I share. Someday perhaps, if I am...
So these totems... The image...
So it seems. We rely as much on beasts as we do on machines. For example, I have this theory about foxes. Raw meat. Bloody meat. See?
You've thought a lot more. I should get going.
Of course.
If I run across that...
Odocoleus virginianus, the majestic mule deer. Brought to you... Montana Recreations.
Not built like a predator, but perhaps it needed those... horns to take down its prey in the absence of sharp fangs.
Ursus Arctos, the menacing grizzly bear. Brought to you by Montana Recreations.
Those claws look like they could rip someone in half.
Perhaps in its youth, but you heard Montana Recreations. He said it's grizzled, old. Its hunting days are behind it.
Canis lupus, the enigmatic gray wolf. Brought to you by Montana Recreations.
Could it be that these wolves and our foxes are the same somehow? Perhaps after hundreds of winters... No, that's ridiculous.
Ursus americanus, the magnificent American black bear. Brought to you by Montana Recreations.
How would you like to find yourself cornered by that thing?
I suspect I'd like it very much indeed. What a beautiful beast you were!
Now what? There's the herd.
Are you joking?
Nope.
It is a pretty bad name. Forget it. about you three, but I feel better. Aloy, did you get that component?
That's another part down. One more.
Starting to feel real, honestly, I wasn't sure.
Who's Nakoni?
Nakoni was a friend of ours. She challenged the chieftain for control of our...
She didn't make it.
No. If you're gonna tell this story...
Is this why you left Banur?
Onakut knew Nukoni was our mentor.
That final night, we snuck back to camp, packed what we could, and left.
Like cowards.
What are we to Tai? We are Banuk, aren't we? Survive and prevail. That's what we...
It's not what she did.
Nakoni challenged.
Onakut wrapped himself in power and authority the way some people were willing to fawn over him and sing false songs to the Werak split into two. Those willing to lick the bottoms...
Until
She was the best and bravest of it.
What happened?
She challenged the chieftain to a hunting competition. But who comes back to the camp after the trial? Onakut, grinning like...
We tracked Nukoni through the...
Their damn necks.
I don't want to remember her like that.
I'm sorry, Tatai. I'm sorry.
It's nice to be here.
Look, it doesn't matter, okay? That's where the burning turkeys are...
Oh, the burning turkeys?
It rolls off the tongue.
Sort of like vomit.
So, where...
There's a lake just west of here. Seems like a good...
If you beat us there.
No sign of them yet. Guess I'll just sit and wait. I was starting to worry about you three. Everything all right?
We took our time. After our last conversation, we had a lot to think about.
I can imagine. Just one more hunt, then your debt is paid and you three can make your way south. Ready?
Huntress, the Sunshine Snowshoes await your signal.
Horrible!
I'm almost impressed, Dulamok. Didn't think you could come up with a name worse than burning turkeys.
Well, I liked it. Let's hunt.
I'd have to ditch. Something.
Come here, Amy.
There. That's the last of Bergren's parts. Looks like you three are out of debt.
For now.
It was one.
You make a nice shaman, Aloy. Thanks for lending a hand.
Once you get to the Sundom, what the—
We hunt like Nakoni wanted.
Nakoni had big dreams. A werak in which everyone pulls. No shamans, no chieftains, no need to pry the...
Sounds like a lot of work.
But worth it, I think. And a fitting...
You won't have me to strip your kills now.
Doesn't look that.
Great. He watches 3 successful harvests.
When you get to Song's Edge, talk to Bergrand. If he can't teach you himself...
Sure. And I bet he...
Thank you.
The only thing I would...
At all those rotten Banors.
It's a little much. It's strange. What is it to be Banuk? How about you, Aloy?
Look around. You've taken down more machines since you left Banur than some hunters take...
Shattered hearts and all.
It wasn't Shat.
But you took down a Thunderjaw to get that heart.
We did.
You know?
Yeah.
Thank you, Aloy.
Bergrand.
Quite handsome. Hey, do you know those 3 crazy now that I have those parts?
So they've gone south?
Aye, that they have. I've got a old O'Toole is a machine scavenger. A pretty...
Or at least from the...
Well, we work with the resource.
We run into each other again. If I didn't know any better, I'd think you were...